Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
This fight was never about hype. It was about fundamentals, timing, and control. And over 12 rounds, Naoya Inoue demonstrated why those things matter more than size, youth, or an undefeated record. From a technical standpoint, the pre-fight conversation centered on 3 questions. Could Picasso use his height and reach to control distance? Could he keep the fight long and uncomfortable? Could he disrupt Inoue's rhythm and timing? On paper, those were reasonable questions. But experienced analysts also knew something else. Inoue is one of the best distance managers in the sport. And if distance control fails against him, the fight becomes extremely difficult very quickly.
The undefeated challenger, El Invicto, David El Rey Picasso!
Picasso's game plan was clear and sensible. Establish a busy jab, stay tall, and upright. Avoid extended exchanges. Force Inoue to reset repeatedly early on. He attempted to do exactly that. The issue wasn't effort, it was execution under pressure.
The undisputed, undefeated, super bantamweight champion of the world, Naoya, the monster Inoue!
Inoue's approach was textbook elite-level preparation. He wasn't thinking about knockout highlights, crowd reaction, making a statement. Early, he was focused on reading Picasso's first-step timing, the jab, identifying defensive habits. Inoue treats the early rounds like live data collection. That's why he rarely rushes, because rushing interrupts information gathering.
Legal punches here for you. Golpe legales aquí. Touch gloves go to both of you. Buena suerte los dos. Touch gloves.
The opening 2 rounds were about data collection, not damage. Picasso was active with the jab, trying to establish tempo, looking to keep the fight long. Inoue, meanwhile, stayed patient, barely committed, early, focused on timing Picasso's first step. The key technical detail analysts noticed early: Picasso reset straight back instead of laterally. That's subtle, but against a fighter like Inoue, straight retreats invite pressure and counters. By the end of round 2, Inoue already looked comfortable with the speed.
That defense, that tight defense of Picasso. There are openings to the body, though, of the Mexican. We've seen how well, in a way,
as he lands a left hook up top with clubbing shots right now. Nice right hand in reply from Picasso.
In rounds 3 and 4, Inoue began landing single, clean counters. Nothing dramatic, but very telling. He started stepping into mid-range, touching the body, exiting at angles. Picasso was still throwing more punches, but Inoue's shots were cleaner, more accurate, more damaging in scoring terms. This is where analysts began leaning clearly toward the champion. Clean punches and control matter more than volume at this level.
A slight step back here, and if you're the advice,
Make any Mexican fighter proud.
left hook up top there.
What Picasso was doing, resetting straight back after exchanges, giving Inoue predictable angles, allowing mid-range counters, flicking the jab, using it as a range finder, not stepping behind it consistently. What he should have tried: hard lateral exits after every combination, step outs to his lead side, not straight back, occasional pivots to force Inoue to reset, stepping hard with the jab, doubling and tripling it, using it to force Inoue backward, not just touch him. Against Inoue, straight retreats are an invitation. He's elite at stepping with you, punching as you move, landing while staying balanced. Rounds 5 and 6 highlighted a major difference in efficiency. Picasso worked harder, threw more, had moments. Inoue wasted very little, stayed balanced, never broke rhythm even when Picasso landed. It didn't change Inoue's behavior. That's a critical point. If your best shots don't alter your opponent's approach, you're not truly imposing yourself. By this stage, the fight had a clear structure and it favored Inoue.
tried to get going.
Good chopping right hand there from Picasso. Inoue. Good little stretch for Picasso.
In round 7 and 8, Inoue's earlier body shots began to show cumulative effect. Nothing dramatic, but noticeable. Picasso's combinations shortened his resets, slowed his guard, dipped slightly. Inoue, meanwhile, maintained the same tempo. This is often where challengers mentally fatigue, not from damage, but from inefficiency. Picasso was working harder to achieve less. That's a losing formula.
Mesmerizing at times to watch. And it probably mesmerizing for his opponent, Darren, that he can essentially movement. It just saps his opponent's self-belief as...
In round 9, and Tenet was about control, not dominance. Inoue didn't chase a stoppage, avoided unnecessary exchanges, stayed defensively responsible. This is championship-level decision-making. He was clearly ahead and chose to protect the lead, maintain rhythm, eliminate risk. That's how experienced champions close fight.
He lands us
Badly to the body.
He is just
is really predicated off of that amazing quick first step.
big right hand there.
The final rounds were about confirmation. Picasso was still standing, still trying, still showing heart, but the gap was fully visible. Inoue stayed composed, no wild exchanges, no mistakes, no openings. This wasn't about finishing strong. It was about finishing correctly.
Uppercut though.
And signs of hope, but back comes Inoue with 2 uppercuts.
In front of us here.
Unbelievably relaxed offensive operator Inoue is. Look at his fan support back home. Oh, good luck.
The scorecards reflected what most professionals saw. Inoue won more rounds, landed cleaner punches, controlled distance, dictated pace. There was no confusion, because the fight had a clear narrative from the early middle rounds onward.
Champion of the world, Naoya!
So another masterful performance.
Another year. But Corey, we made a big deal, and rightfully so, about the 118-110 scorecard in the Nakatani-Hernandez fight. Who was the judge that found 3 rounds for Alan Picasso? That is outrageous in its own right.
Now look at the Grinch.
The technical consensus afterward was consistent. Inoue neutralized height and reach with timing. He controlled the fight without unnecessary damage. He never had to leave his comfort zone. And perhaps most telling, Inoue didn't win by being spectacular. He won by being precise. What this fight said about both fighters is that Naoya Inoue was elite distance control, exceptional punch economy, high-level ring intelligence. David Picasso was brave, durable, technically solid. But at this level, bravery alone isn't enough. This wasn't failure, it was exposure to elite control boxing. This fight was a demonstration of fundamentals. Timing beat size. Control beat activity. Discipline beat belief. Naoya Inoue didn't dominate with chaos. He dominated with clarity. This fight wasn't competitive. It was educational. David Picasso didn't lose because he was weak. He lost because he met a standard he couldn't reach yet. Naoya Inoue doesn't beat fighters. He exposes the distance between belief and reality, and the scariest part, he did it without ever leaving first gear. If you want real boxing breakdowns, not hype, not bias, not casual takes, you're in the right place. This is Fighters Arena Pro. Hit like if you respect real analysis. Subscribe if you want honest fight breakdowns, technical insights, and brutal truth. And turn on notifications because the next breakdown drops soon.